we come back, we're gonna start talking NBA basketball, man. Shout out to the homie CL Corey Crockett for coming down, being on the Facebook Live.
Fuck you,
and
man.
Also catching on Dante. Say Smokey D. Damn, they said his name.
Smoke dog.
Catch
Smoke
him
is
on
all we do.
Smokey D. Facebook Live. You can also catch the podcast later on the website, Bring A Game Sports Talk. Also on Blaq Hippie Radio Entertainment.com. This is Bring A Game Sports Talk. Let's get into some more music. We'll be back in a minute.
Kia sound like
Big Country Kane, big homie, what it is? I'm just gonna rap straight up for these niggas. Now, everybody wanna be the king of the South when they ain't running the damn thing with they mouth, no doubt. It's all good, y'all just stay in y'all opinion. But in the South and in the hood, it's understood without saying it's a given. And ain't cause of what I'm doing for a living. It's more because of what I do and how I'm living. Not to mention when I'm rapping, I'm just hurt niggas' feelings. And still chilling on Simpson and Center Hill. Made provisions for the clique and continue keeping it pimping. The crack was in the house, the record sale through the ceiling. So say what you want and do what you please. But for fun, I shoot 22 from your shoe to your knee. I run a record label and a crew of G's. So niggas will come and look for you if I sneeze or even breathe the wrong way. You better do what the song say and be easy, else it'll be a long day. Bank rolls in the pockets of my jeans. I'm okay. Pussy niggas couldn't see me in the dream. I'm okay. Top topic of all of your magazines. I'm okay. Remember, I can get you blocked now, dog. I'm okay. Been the cool with the top shot, dog. I'm okay. I'm connected nationwide, but in the South, I'm okay. I beg you to keep my name out your mouth. I'm okay. I'm the Prince, shawty, don't get it twisted. Been calling shots, giving up on my flows existed. And still 5 words from my mama, kitchen, you might see me burning purple. Still the vision, I got soldiers on deck. Baby face dripping, what you know about that? I keep a bad window with that verse top back. My jeans feeling tight, come on, fucking stank fat. Player better know that. My neck got so much shit dangling. Big dick, big chain, just keep on hanging. Got a Hollywood hoe and the broad to be slanging. They be hating cause I'm famous, not what I was thinking. So every young nigga thinking he pays me. I just think of you gone and that shit'll be nasty. I'ma stay ballin' out my old school classes. This crap got big bank, let's see if you can match. I'm okay. Bank rolls in the pockets of my jeans. I'm okay. Pussy niggas couldn't see me in the dream. I'm okay. Top topic of all of your magazines. I'm okay. Head of the mighty leader of the team. I'm okay. Remember, I can get you blocked now, dog. I'm okay. Been the cool with the top shot, dog. I'm okay. I'm connected nationwide, but in the South, I'm okay. Beg you to keep my name out your mouth. I'm down with the king, so call me the greatest. Number one hustler, I keep the street blazing. If the brakes don't sell, I drive them up to sell race. While y'all cherry picking hustlers out here slaving. Can't shit, nigga, run deep in my veins. Pump through my heart, live in my bone marrow, man. That's pimping. My game is premium like Octane. Can't tell me nothing about stacking these bitches, man. King of the shirt, see me seated in the throne. Overruled other dudes like Caesar didn't wrong. With a breath so demanding and an aura so strong. The South ain't been represented like this in so long. I'm an emperor. You just be glad I'm working on my temper. Otherwise, I got the pistol. Listen to your temper. Disrespect us, I'm a blicker till I get the swing of simple. Brass knuckles to your dentals. Blast suckers in they dimples. I'm a king. Bank rolls in the pockets of my jeans. I'm a king. Pussy niggas couldn't see me in your dream. I'm a king. Top topic of all of your magazines.
Bring A Game Sports Talk Radio. Back in y'all ear. Talking Chicago sports and more. Talking to Mayweather and McGregor fight. Talking a little NFL football. We forgot to touch on one subject before we get off the air. No, just sit back and talk. Damn, man, y'all doing a lot. You motherfuckers finished? Motherfuckers smoking, a motherfucker eating? We doing a podcast. Okay, let's get back to it.
I'm ready now. I didn't do
we just sitting back chilling in the Playa Cave. Nah, y'all do what y'all do. I'm just fucking with y'all. We
What
down
up,
here
folks?
chilling. Got the Facebook Live going. Also sitting down here talking on and you can catch this on the website. Both Bring A Game Sports Talk and www.BlaqHippieRadioEntertainment.com. But anyway, one thing we forgot to talk about was the injuries.
Woo!
That's been going on lately. Bear suffered one. Cam Matter.
He was coming around.
Yeah, he was the leading receiver from
Do we
last
sling
year.
on the word of if it was an ACL tear or
They
anything?
said I gotta look at that, but he supposed to have an MRI today, so we gotta find that out.
I think what I was looking on the phone, it was
pretty much ACL, but they trying to look in deep into like how bad is it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Who else got injured?
You got Tyrod Taylor, Buffalo Bills.
That's the quarterback.
Edelman, Patriots,
and then you got Julian Edelman of the Patriots. He tore ACL.
Damn.
Yeah.
A lot of ACL, man. What the fuck
it's
going
just
on?
non-contact, man. You know when it's non-contact and you running 9 to 10, it's that.
Is it the turf? Is it the shoes?
No, we talking about on grass.
That's what I'm
Shit.
saying. Is it what is it, the shoes? What is it?
I don't know. If
I mean, it's that cutting and
the
everything
milk or
like
something
that.
that maybe they ain't making.
Damn.
I don't know, but I ain't never seen ACL injuries up.
Injuries been high for the past 5 to 6 years, man.
Now
Maybe
we got
since AP
Spencer
got
Ware.
In all sports, to be honest.
We got Spencer Ware with PCL injury.
What the fuck is that?
That's part of the knee too. It's just not
shit.
as.
They came up with a new CL.
No, that's part of it. The ACL is like the arterial, and I think this was particular particle.
Man, shit, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Cartilage
That shit.
ligament. So
But here's my thing, and I mean, I know it's part of the game. A lot of sports get these injuries, but shouldn't they shorten these?
I think 3 is enough.
I thought it
promise.
wasn't it talked about a few years ago.
Yeah, they
come
were
back
Maybe
saying
like 2 or 3.
But you always mention, man,
I
they
think
make
3
money
though.
off this shit.
It ain't so much of that.
Because they got the contract with the TV, so the TV
I put it to you like this. You know how many cats that's Hall of Famers that came out 4th, 5th, 6th round? They made that last cut. Or, it ain't always these first rounders, second rounders that become, the best player. So it's like, man, you want to find your gym. I mean, you know who the master at that? Belichick.
I get what you're saying.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be a cat that you wouldn't even think.
So my whole thing is with that being said, with these 4th and 5th rounds that came out and flourished and everything else, that would put more pressure on the organization to examine these players a little bit better.
I won't
To
say
go
that.
more
I mean,
deeper. Yes, it would.
What's a part of the game, though, kid? Like you said, man, you can get hurt walking down the street, man.
Yeah, but
we
man,
talking about football.
But you know what I'm saying, though. So injuries are part of the game.
I mean, how many times we hear about ACLs? I mean, Kevin White last year, and the year before that, broke his leg.
What the fuck is he gonna do this? Is he gonna stay
Guess
healthy?
what? He ain't got no choice now.
Because he officially a fucking rookie again, man.
Yeah, well,
Guess what? And they were just talking about that in the sun time that, now it's your chance to prove that you can do what you do.
That's who I was
and he was
on to be the number one receiver.
But he was undrafted. The man had 888 yards. So he basically was like 100-something yards off 1,000 yards receiving.
Mm-hmm.
My point is accurate. Being an undrafted rookie.
Now you talk about
coming out of Illinois
first
State.
rounders, or you talking about the stars you already got. Just like it was a jeopardy that Odell Beckham, he also had a scare in the preseason that he almost got hurt. So do we just in the
they
preseason?
said that was a cheap shot.
Yeah,
And that's why I can't say I'd rather you hit me in the head than hit me in my leg, because that's where my money at.
Do we look in the preseason and say, okay, just throw out
Your money's in your head.
But
the late rounders?
They rather you take them up top than hit them down low.
Hit me in my body, man.
Do we look at the late rounders and we use them
Give me
in the
a legal
preseason
hit.
to play and let them just play?
Chest to waist.
I won't say so much of
Or
that,
chest
but
to
you
thigh.
notice what happens is all they do is just let the stars and the proven players, they let them play, a couple series, especially like next game is the last game. To me personally, I would rather do 3. Like I said, that'll put more pressure on the guys to perform even better. That's just my personal opinion. Because you like, man, it's only 3 games. Man, I got to show out. So now you got everybody that's been in the practice, been in training. By the time they get to that 3rd game, they about to snap. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, think about it. That's a dress rehearsal too. So no, you gonna make the 2nd game the dress rehearsal?
But what about them suicide players that's on the brinks of being on that bubble of not being picked, and you going into that 3rd and 4th game and they on that suicide mission?
Man, they show out.
And they fuck up a motherfucking player that's very valuable to you. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I said. Don't put them valuable
they
players
won't even
in
be
there.
on the field together.
But those valuable players need those repetitions going into the season.
I
man.
put it to you like this.
You cannot listen here. If your number one quarterback receiving everything else been clicking on all cylinders in the preseason, and I can see gradually letting them play a little bit longer here and there, but we talking about what he's saying. These 4th rounders, these undrafted that just walking on that might have caught a coach's eye, goddamn it, during practice and say, we're going to throw you out there to give this team a different look. Come on, man. We talking about chess, not checkers. All right? And he go out there and he hit one of your main motherfuckers because trying to get a roster spot. Now he got a roster spot, but now you got this motherfucker that's your big money man that's you looking to take you to the playoffs that's hurt.
That's what I'm saying. You
But
talking about he
that's
gotta
what
have
I'm saying.
repetitions.
I
You saying he
put it
gotta
like
have
this.
repetitions though. But
They don't
he's
usually
liable
put
to get destroyed because his other one's gonna prove a point. Like, I belong on this team, and I'm gonna take him out. Your biggest
I believe
man.
football is about momentum first and foremost.
But you know,
So I understand preseason, but
But
I don't
all them
understand
guys
it
don't be
going
out there
long.
together, though.
I don't understand it going long for 4 games.
you gonna see the first string mainly with the first string, second string with the second string, third, and fourth. You don't really see no dude that's you know he gonna be fourth string, gonna be out there with first string. Hell no, that ain't even finna happen. So it's more of a system how they got it. It's just I think it's too long. I think 3 games to me personally is
I say
enough.
2.
But guess what? This is where the business kicking in.
But then you got that whole.
I
thing
say
with
2.
like
I say 2, and whatever you do on the off season on your recruiting is your business on how you simulate
Guess what?
games and situations in order to put your players in place in order to fit your system.
But then you got the whole.
that should
Now
be
they
left
gonna add 2
up to
games to the
them.
regular season.
You got the whole situation with the
Season gonna be too long.
Bears though, just like the 2 quarterbacks and everything like that. Even though Glennon did kind of play,
Don't add 2 games. Add more playoff teams.
he didn't put.
I can agree with that.
You can work
That
that out
makes
like
sense.
that. Add more playoff teams.
Add another team east side.
Yeah.
Another
There it
wild
is.
card.
Yeah, there it is.
That makes sense.
What you just said was about momentum, so that goes into man. Somebody could be
But you making the game more
barely getting into the playoffs and then
you can.
Giants won the Super
Hey,
Bowl
a lot
barely
of
getting
teams- A
in.
lot of teams.
That's
hit,
what I mean.
Hey, a lot of teams hit their stride halfway through, man.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
a lot
You
of
start
teams
adding the
lose
playoffs.
they stride.
It's kind of like baseball, man. Just the only thing different is it's 1 game. Baseball, you still got a series. You got 5, you got 7. So like you said,
I'd rather see more playoff games than more preseason
Well, they
games.
add another format to that
honest.
too, though. But it's not a whole series. It's 1 game where you decide who's going to the playoffs. Another wild card with baseball. But what I'm saying is this: you got a situation where you got Glennon and you got what's my man's name? Trubisky. You can't decide who's gonna be the starter. Now you got this preseason to see who's gonna hit their stride and who's really doing the most. It's a no-win situation. In one situation, yeah, you want to make sure that your players are protected. But then, like you say, you got your other side where you got players trying to get on the squad and they want to look at them even more.
I mean, this just my personal opinion because Brian Urlacher was draft number 1, not number 1, but first round, correct? Mm-hmm. But he was a safety.
They converted him.
Converted to what?
Linebacker.
Exactly. So sometimes you don't even know what play. You got cats that play special team. Next you know they playing receiver or they playing tight end or they playing whatever position. And that's they one of the most dominant players in the league. Like some people just work their way up through the rankings. That's why I say it's 2 ways to look at it. So that's why I say 3 games would be cool. But like adding a playoff game, I would be dope with that. That'd be dope too. So if you take a game away, add a game. That makes sense.
I say 2.
I want number 2 is I say that last rehearsal should
let me
be game
tell
3.
you something. Why I don't like a lot of preseason games. I fail to see I say he had a chance to be one of the best running backs the NFL could have seen, or he could have been up there with the top. Kajana Carter.
Who the fuck is that?
Wow, the running back
From Colorado?
that played for the Bengals.
Yeah.
First game, preseason, tore that knee up.
But it still comes. I mean, shit.
But hell, that could have been in the first game.
You like saying Marcus Dupree. He to his knees up. He's on his way back.
I understand that, but
so injuries is definitely a part of the game, though.
To be honest, I've never been a fan of preseason, but
want them to just practice go right into the damn games?
Hold on, wait. But I understand.
You don't even know what you're working with.
But listen here, I understand. That's why I say football is about momentum. That's why I say two games. You should be able to get in stride by 2 preseason games. You should be able to figure out what the fuck you gonna throw out there on the field, man, in 2 games.
So you really rushing them?
You're not rushing them.
They just started practicing like April, May, or June.
You putting more pressure on your staffs and your GMs to put them right players out there. I just agree with you and said that I would rather have more playoff games and less preseason games.
But I said just 1. You said that's 2. They play 4 games. That's why I said you can take 1 off, add it to the what's name. But 2, hell no. I say 3 is to me perfect.
But
that last game, that dress rehearsal, you know what you got, nigga. If you ain't did it by then, fuck you. You can go. At least you got a tape on you, and other teams can pick your ass up, watch your highlights or whatever. But 4 is just really, I won't say it's a waste of time, but mainly people gonna be playing is second and third, fourth string. Guess who ended up being out there?